Thank you for joining us here at Lovely Being You. I got through the morning, thank God. And thank you for you well-wishers who prayed me through the process. You know, we don't get to choose our family members, but we do get to have these experiences to strengthen us, you know. Sometimes, just like Frankenstein, you can do so much to create a monster. And sometimes that monster might not even realize that they're just that until they have to go through so much and to realize their mistakes. I'm praying that everyone just learns and grows and perseveres. But I put it in God's hands at this point. I'm letting go. And I prayed this morning that my grandmother be able to make her transition. Because that woman gave her heart and her soul to God. I'm talking, she prayed every day and every night. She read her Bible, wrote letters, didn't forget our birthdays, always had a card with our dollar in it, you know. Even if she didn't put anything in the card, it was the thought that counted. And for her to remember our birthdays, she's just a sweet person, she always was. And I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to not only meet her, but grow with her as her granddaughter, regardless of all the other stuff that's going on, regardless of how I got here. You know, I was supposed to be the family curse breaker, and that's what I've been trying to do. And we have other people who are working in the opposite direction of it, and that's fine too. It's not fine, but God's going to balance that out as well. I'm here to make sure that I state that, you know what, God is good, and He got me through that very harsh morning, and I'm just thankful. You know, I'm just thankful that He guided me through it all. You know, after I finished shedding the tears, because I guess I had been holding tears, you know, for a long time. My father, growing up, he used to tell me not to cry and to hold the tears in. A lot of my upbringing was like I was treated like a boy, because some things that I was not allowed to do, most girls are asked to do, to free themselves. So I've been working on really my own personal growth and my own, my personal growth, trying to become a better me, and working on the self-love journey as we speak on it every day. You know, I'm just disappointed in people's behavior, even the spell work that's been going on all day, sis. But that's fine too, because God is going to balance it out, and I'm going to move out the way. You see, I realized that sometimes it's like when they were growing up, my younger siblings, and my father would be ready to give them a spanking. I would talk him out of giving them a spanking. You know, sometimes people need to be set straight. Now, I'm not saying that was the thing that should have set them straight, but apparently, you know, maybe they were spoiled too much, and they've been allowed to get away with so much. So now they've been making some very unnecessary choices. But again, who am I to say who's making a bad choice or a good choice? I'm just going to say some choices were made that perhaps if they had thought about it, they would not have done it. But God is going to balance it out either way. So who am I to say anything about? I'm just thankful that I'm able to even go through the strengthening process. Because what won't, even the things that hurt you, even the things that you go through in life that you might think are bad, they're strengthening tools. So I'm being thankful for my strengthening tools. I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for my grandmother, just as she had a special place in her heart for me. And I realized that some people acted out of jealousy. And that's fine, because everybody has to go through their own growing pains. That's why they're called growing pains, right? It's just important that we realize that we do need to remain prayerful during this time, with everyone going through whatever it is they're going through. I'm sure my family is not the only ones going through something, but sometimes we have to learn from others. Sometimes it's easier when we can learn and live vicariously through other people making the mistakes that we're able to watch and grow from. But when you're not a part of it and you get to see others suffer, that's not always a good thing. I mean, I don't like to see anyone suffer. But I'm realizing that with all the things, the mayhem that has happened, that God is going to have to make the balance fair. So Either way, the love journey is just that, for you to learn to love yourself that much more. And I'm thankful for this journey regardless of, because I know that God is going to set the record straight. And even the people who threw dirt on my name, and how you guys colluded with my sister to do certain things, that's fine. We all have to grow. And sometimes you might have to get that pain to persevere. Because apparently sometimes that's the only way that some people do learn, is when they have to suffer some pain. So, what can I say? Again, my apologies for us even having to, me playing my own part in all of this, because I feel like, no, I'm not going to apologize for my part in all of this. I'm going to say that the journey is real. That's what I'm going to say. And it's real going through it with family members, friends, or anyone else. Because when people have to learn a lesson, they just have to learn. When we have to grow through it, we're going to have to grow through it. You know? I just say that sometimes people think that they can just do all the dark arts, and they think that they can get away with it. You can't throw the rock and hide your hand. Because once you threw that rock, God saw you throwing it. So all the people that you have invested against, you have to suffer behind all those people. There's a lot of things that I'm not saying on this platform that I know went on. I made mention of one already, factor two. But see, when you hurt other people and you practice to deceive other people, and you decide you want to get credit cards in other people's names, and you want to buy things on people's Amazon account, and you want to have offshore accounts, you know, all these things are going to be made right. Because God is going to have to balance it out. And although you think you're getting away with something, you hurt that poor boy. You know, the sacrifice you guys made on July the 4th, the full moon. You think you can get away with so much, and you can just do so much and get away with it. I'm going to say it again, God saw it all. You know, our spiritual advisor told us that you could be in the world, but you don't have to be of it. Meaning, separate yourself from all the crimes and all the negativity. I thought I was separating myself from it when I left, and when it started my own life anew. But it seems as though people were upset about that too. You can't make my choices for me. I can only make my choices for me. And I'm not going to be allowing anyone to take advantage of me. You guys think you're doing that now. When you took my money and you stole my inheritance, and you're trying to steal this one now. Sis, it's very clear what you've been doing. And if that's what you want to dedicate your time to, go right on ahead. I really feel sorry for the mister, for all that he's had to go through with all the different things that you've been doing. But it is what it is. I'm praying myself through the process. Perhaps you might want to do that too. But do what you're going to do. That's all I can say. At this point, I'm just letting go. I gave whatever I thought I was even holding on to God. And I'm just adding this closure. So lovely being you. Have a wonderful one.